Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, May 4th, 2016. The U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, don't want to sound like a broken record, but we had another crappy day today. It's tough when the markets do this. The Dow is kind of in a corrective mode here. You can see it's going down. Went down more today. Dow went down 100 points. It's hard to make money on the long side when this is happening, and inevitably this has some draw on our equity. But this is just a necessary part of trading, and we will make this money up. Probably several times over, is when this correction is over with and this thing there starts moving topside some more. It's just one of those things you got to go through, but it's very, it gets like feeling like death by 1,000 cuts when you just get this day after day crappy markets. And I've been looking at a lot of red for the last several days, and I don't like it. Anyway, Dow went down 100 points. We closed out nearly $10,000 negative on closeout trades on only 3 positions. I mean, that's pretty bad, but that's what happened. And we're carrying negative 1,300 going into tomorrow. So what we're carrying into tomorrow isn't too bad. But what we closed out was pretty bad. You can see here what happened. As I say, the Dow closed down 100 points. It really fell apart right at the beginning of the day, and then it bounced. It got pretty close to being break even up here, and then it failed again, and it's really closing fairly close to its low. I'm looking at this chart, and the optimistic part of me will say, well, it's kind of settling in here, probably time to go up a little, but this, this doesn't even look like a dead cat bounce to me. This thing is closing near its low. I think it's still weak, and I'm going to call the Dow down again for tomorrow. It may not be down as hard as today, but then again, it might be. It's hard to say. There's still weakness in this market. I think it needs another down day to really shake the selling out, and then we might see some honest to God buying come in to these stocks, and I sure hope so, because I'm tired of these negative days. Anyway, I'll show you a few of the individual stocks that we traded today. I'll show you the bad one. If we just didn't have these these a lousy trade like this thrown into the bunch, we've done okay today. This is an LCI Lanet company, and it had this huge gap here on the open. Of course, we buy the gaps, and this today, oftentimes it's very profitable to buy the gaps, but today our buying the gap ended up we bought near the high of the J, and then it basically partially filled the gap, but as a result, we're down $3,500 in the Lanet company. So that really hurt us. We did have a couple decent trades, no question about it. This one is in JDST, which is our gold bear stock. This is going to go up when gold goes down. We got a big punch up here. First hour we bought it, and it did keep going pretty decently, and we have over $2,000 there in profits in JDST. And then another stock that did well today, and we haven't hardly We haven't taken a trade in this in a long time. This is so fun. SFUN. And it gapped up today. We buy the gaps. And it was kind of like, what is this thing going to do? It took off really strong right after we got into it. Then it comes back and actually goes negative. But then it comes back and ends up closing up here pretty close to its high. And we have over $2,000 there in SoFun, so that's looking pretty good. So, as I say, is what we closed out today was really bad. What we got into, I think, we might get out of that okay. Anyway, another day. Trader Bob's tough. Trader Bob doesn't give up. Trader Bob just stays in there and trades. I'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday.